We're live.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. I mean, we just jumped on and got the description written and went live, but like we didn't actually check in. Like, how's it going? How are you doing?
Yeah, it's going good. It's been having really full days lately, which have
Yeah.
been, yeah, it's been, just a lot packed into every day.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep.
I hear that. I hear that. Um, I've been having a lot of very lengthy and detailed conversations with ChatGPT.
Cool.
Yeah, there's an advanced voice mode. So there's the voice mode, but then I stumbled across the advanced voice mode the other day. And that you
Really?
only apparently there's a time limit that you're only allowed to talk to it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Or but um but I've been planning I've been planning the Get Shit Done empire. Right. Like I've been building the blueprint, like I've been building the schematics, right? For like what I think we're going, at least what we're attempting to create here.
Yep.
And I'm having lengthy, detailed back and forth conversations with ChatGPT to flesh out my ideas and fill in the blanks and make them better. And I'm asking ChatGPT to point out my blind spots and what I'm not paying attention to and like the glaring errors. And like I'm asking for it to point
Cool.
out the
Wow.
glaring errors in my thinking.
Yeah,
And it's working. So I guess that's my
that's
positive
awesome.
focus is the speed at which ChatGPT is responding and its advanced voice mode is getting it's real time at this point, right?
That's cool. Yep.
But has access to all the information in all of recorded history
Mm-hmm.
in its brain.
That's, yeah, that's epic.
So it's like what you get out of it is so dependent on what you ask, and you can ask things that are so far beyond the realm or scope of what you currently can conceive of that
That's true.
it's silly. You're like our brain, my brain. I'll just speak for myself. I'm realizing how small my brain is and how limited my thinking is, and I'm like,
Sure.
wait a second. Okay, I could literally use this to build my own like rocket ship, or I could like
Right.
like I could use this possibly to invent time travel. I could like I like I could use this um to solve a problem or do something, come up with a design for something that is just outside of my current notion of what it means, like what is the limit of human capability, right? It's
Totally.
our brains are now like I'm just I'm I'm just starting to realize, like, experientially, our brains are now like we're literally all connected now. It's like, whoa, the entire planet is like an active hive mind, and we're able to pull the information in real time conversationally through tools like ChatGPT. There's a
Totally.
like it's like that's like the portal. That's like the VR glasses. Like ChatGPT is the VR glasses, right?
Yep.
It's the rabbit hole. And so anyway, I've been designing Get Shit Done schematics. And I'm really excited about it. But having these because here's the thing, having like these super intelligent conversations about marketing and business with ChatGPT, like ChatGPT is ahead of me in total knowledge, awareness, ahead of me in terms of being aware of what's going on in the moment right now, like in the
Hmm.
culture, like, and so it's like having, in a way, it's really interesting. It's like having a conversation with a child, but it's having a conversation with a mentor at the same time, because you have to
Interesting.
be super direct and clear and ask for and say exactly what you want,
Right.
but at the same time it's infinitely more knowledgeable, infinitely more aware, and has infinitely more computational ability to like work on and solve problems than we can even imagine is possible. And that's right now, like,
Oh, I know. It's just
yeah.
the birth of it.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. So that's my positive focus. What's your positive focus?
Cool. So yeah, I want to share about my positive focus, but first, tell me about this advanced voice mode. I've never heard of that.
Well, I came across it while I was on a hike with the dog yesterday, and
Okay.
I was working on trying to figure out the get shit done stuff when I walked out the door, and so I just decided to have a talk with ChatGPT, and like I noticed that it was there was a button that was like advanced. So, do you have a paid ChatGPT account? First of all,
I don't know.
okay. Well, so that's step one, I think.
Okay. You have a paid
Right?
account. Yep.
Yep. And so I'm clicking on the audio button on the paid account, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it today.
Interesting.
So there was like a, do you want to use advanced voice mode? And I was like, yeah. And all of a sudden, like the answers were snappier. It was clearer. The sound was better. Like it was a better voice mode. And
Okay, cool. I'll have
and
to
there was,
look out for that.
interestingly, there was content of the conversation. And so I'm saying the word shit a lot, right? So I think that's part of it. But there's and I noticed in ChatGPT 4 that it refers to it as the get hit done because it's the $sign HIT. So it's interpreting that as get hit done, even though I say get shit done.
Okay.
When I'm speaking to it. And I'll go on monologues. Like I'll do like a 10-minute monologue, brain dump, ask it to analyze it and turn it into it. Yeah. So but yeah, there was a daily limit. I don't know. Maybe you have to talk to it for a certain amount of time, and then they offer you the option of the advanced. It's just, I think it's a recent upgrade that they're testing out and giving people limited use of, and I expect they're only giving it to people with a paid account. Would be my expectation, but I don't know for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And some of the things that came out of that were really cool. One of the things that well, we can get to this later. I wanted to talk with you today. I mean, I wanted to talk with you yesterday when I called you in the afternoon.
Right.
But I figured we could just talk about it on the call on the show. And so I wanted to talk about as an entrepreneur, for you, as an entrepreneur who's like finding your way and making sense of all this marketing stuff and trying to figure out, trying to get your business cooking, you know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to really, really make it work, trying to achieve a newfound level, a new level of financial freedom and security and all these types of things. I'm very interested in what, if anything, you found beneficial so far about the Get Shit Done community, and what you would really get the most out of in the first tier of our paid community. So I'm trying to create an environment where the free community is mind-blowingly good. So good that everybody in it absolutely wants to invite their friends and colleagues in.
Right.
To be part of their own Get Shit Done bubble, right? Power bubble, whatever. But then we're going to have several levels or phases of Get Shit Done mastery, okay? Where we're going deeper and deeper with this stuff. And the phases are going to be paid community. So that will be our first, that'll be the second tier, the second phase. It'll be a low cost, under $100 paid community. And then we're going to go to a mid level. I expect it to be maybe $297 a month. I feel like that's going to be some sort of a group coaching environment. And then we're going to go up to $1,000 or $2,500 a month, somewhere in that range. That's the mastermind level.
Yep.
And then we're going to go up to, we're going to start at $5,000 a month for private clients.
Great.
Right. And so there are 2 additional whatever. We're doing positive focus. Positive focus came up with some cool stuff with ChatGPT advanced voice mode. What's your positive focus?
My positive focus is I was just gifted a membership to it's like a gym with hot, like infrared saunas where you do workouts in those infrared saunas.
Whoa.
So in addition to the workouts I've been doing on my own with my yoga swing and like calisthenics and stuff like that, I'm going to be doing this infrared sauna working out. And it's awesome. I've never done anything like that before.
Cool.
But I'm amped about it. It's a like 15-minute drive from where we're at. And yeah, we can go there. It's open 24 hours a day. So we can go there like first thing in the morning before it's even light out and that kind of thing.
I would love it if you 2 did 75 hard. It would change the game. It'd be hard.
I've been thinking about that.
Anyway, has to be your choice, not my choice.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Infrared saunas. Do some videos there. That'll be great.
I know, totally. Right.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we have some things we're going to talk about today. One is like some of the things going on with the future of Get Shit Done and the different levels, and what I'm particularly interested in today, Eric, is as an entrepreneur, like even outside of the realm of Get Shit Done, even if Get Shit Done didn't exist, right? If you're going to be in a community environment and you're going to have a really awesome free community that you're a member of, like what do you want in the next level? Like what's the next step for you that would be, like worth $1,000 a month, but only cost $100 a month?
Right. No, that's a great question. So I'm just thinking about, all right, there's the free level, and let's talk about everything that's in there. Just
and we're renegotiating that too. But right now we have a paid group. Okay. So what we did is we opened the doors to the Get Shit Done community for the first 100 people for free. And then we closed the doors and we started charging $49 a month, or $300 for the year. And people started paying, 7-day trial. So we have a few people that have come in on the 7-day trial. And so it's paying for itself. And so that's awesome. And right now we only have one group, but what I think we're going to do is turn that back into a free group. And right now in the one group that we have that used to be free and is now paid, we have the Get Shit Done session, the Get Shit Done system, which is very short. It's like 6 5-minute videos. It's shorter than I remembered. I'm going to be building that out into Get Shit Done 101, and it's going to be roughly 10 videos, probably overview video, explanation of each one of the steps. There might be a couple extra hypnosis sessions thrown in there. I'm gonna build out Get Shit Done 101. So it really is kind of like it's the course equivalent of a short book that explains the process and how to do it. Okay. So that way anybody that joins the free community that goes through the course can implement the Get Shit Done system and immediately start getting more shit done in their life. Like totally. Right now without anybody else, right? If you want to. And then in addition, so there are the 9 levels. Okay, every community in school has up to 9 levels. And the more interaction that you have in the community, the more points you earn by creating great content that people like or comment on in the community. The more points you get, and the more points you get, the more you level up, and the more you level up, then you unlock treasures. That's what I'm calling them. You unlock stuff. It's really unlock a course. Okay. But the
Right.
course can contain a video or written post of anything, and it can go anywhere. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that we want people to do is to level up, of course. And so we could just give them a hypnosis session at every level. Okay. It could be that simple, but we could also give them, a chance to apply to run a work party.
Mm-hmm.
We could also give them a chance to apply to become an intern. We could
Right.
give them a chance to apply to be interviewed on the Get Shit Done show.
Yep.
They could apply to be a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, each phase or each community layer only has nine, up to 9 levels. You don't have to use all 9, but I think I'm going to. And so we're going to give them things like one-off hypnosis sessions. We're going to give around all entrepreneurial mindset stuff, right? Which I've done hundreds of one-off hypnosis sessions that are like product worthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I sell. We have over 80 sessions in the Overcome Everything Coaching Club that were longer sessions with some Q&A and that kind of stuff, but they're on specific topics.
Mm-hmm.
People paid $300 a month for that for a super long time. So we have those types of sessions that we can unlock for people.
Right.
And another thing that we can unlock for people, and ChatGPT called it ancient marketing relics. So we're thinking about unlocking treasures, and then at the end there's the master treasure that you unlock on level 9.
Mm-hmm.
And or that's the language I'm using right now. And the master treasure could be like an ancient marketing relic. It could be like one of my old $5,000 courses from like
Right.
from the early 2000s, like the Perpetual Marketing Machine.
Gotcha. Yep.
Or like I could another relic is like, this is the Nitro Marketing Mindset. This was like the first, this earned me my first $12,000 check from Nitro Marketing when we published this back in the day.
Cool. It's on CDs, huh?
Yeah, it's a 10 CD set.
Yep. You would have to have a CD player.
Well, I have to get a CD ripper, actually.
Okay, yep. Or
but
maybe you could digitalize it.
well, I will. Well, that's
Yeah.
the whole point. You still have to have something that reads CDs.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I used to have one, but I don't anymore, so I have to buy one.
Yep.
But that will plug into my computer.
Right.
But the point is that that was like $1,000 program, and
Mhm.
it's all audio, but it's 10 CDs. Like, so that could be and all entrepreneurial mindset stuff that I created in like 2004. Copyright 2004. Okay. So
Okay.
like, this was my first real like home study course, right? Home study program that I
Cool.
created. And so totally relevant though. It's like getting started, focusing, and following through are the 3
Mhm.
primary topics that we cover in that program. It's
Cool.
just like
Yeah.
the basics.
Yep. Yep.
So what people get is they get the chance to ascend through the 9 levels and unlock all sorts of super cool bonuses that are mostly going to be oriented around more exposure in the Get Shit Done community, unlocking appropriate hypnosis sessions to give them upgrades, entrepreneurial upgrades,
Mhm.
and sharing with them marketing relics from my, internet marketing guru side, portions of my career. And
Right.
and many of these people they're all entrepreneurs, and they're online, and they're joining an online community for productivity. By nature, most of these people are digital entrepreneurs,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
They're all internet marketers,
Totally.
like, not, or want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could give them my first list. I could give them, you know, list pros. You know, I could give people the copy crash course, a course called My First Emails. So these are all things that we're going to unlock through the levels as people go up.
Right. Okay. And you've got Email Empire.
Yeah, I mean, that's a couple of years old, but yeah, that's
Right.
actively a $5,000 course.
Okay. Right. Yep.
The mascot method, you know,
Mhm.
all the fictional mascot stuff. So, but at the same time, it's gamified. So we want them to be valuable and useful and awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have to realize that they're collectibles, meaning people are going to be collecting them. They're not necessarily going to be going through all of them.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of like if you're in like point getting mode and you're just trying to, you know, fill out the collection, you're not really paying attention to each thing. You know what I mean? And so there's that too. But the first level, the free level, you know, the free community, I think that everybody's gonna get everything they're getting now, which is one work party per week, an amazing entrepreneurial supportive community, the Get Shit Done session, the Get Shit Done system, including Get Shit Done 101, which isn't created yet. They're going to get, well, everybody for free gets the Get Shit Done show, which we're doing right now. But you know, they'll get the chance to, you know, maybe once they get up to level 3 or level 4, they'll get a chance to apply to be on the Get Shit Done show. Maybe something I'll offer is a private Get Shit Done action planning session with like you or me, right? It's like, cool. Okay, up at this level, you can have a private call and we'll walk you through getting your year planned out, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Yep.
But so that one way or the other, we're gonna have 9 cool entrepreneurial unlocks that cause people to want to move forward, hopefully.
And that's 9 different unlocks in each level of membership.
45 potential unlocks.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like build it out.
Yep.
Like, you know, and then give people a roadmap to see what's coming next. You know, like the get
right.
Like Candyland.
Mm-hmm. So that's a pretty cool opportunity if you think about it. Just in the free level on the base, you get the potential for 9 unlocks for free. And then there's all the levels up above that. Yeah. So circling back to your question of what would I like to see in the mid-tier. Yeah. So you were talking about
as an entrepreneur, like what would actually be helpful to you?
Right. So you were talking about the free level and then the level up above the mid-tier, which had group coaching, right? Or is that in the mid-tier?
Okay. There are 5 levels.
Yep.
The low level, the first level, is the free community. The highest level are private clients.
Right.
We can just not really pay attention to those for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 3 mid-level programs. One is probably going to be $47, $49 a month, something like that. That's the quote unquote low ticket, you know, membership, right? But I want to make that 10 times better than the free community, right? The mid one I think is probably going to be like $297 a month, and that's going to be presumably a lot more coaching in some way, shape, or form. But then the next level is the virtual mastermind. And so the virtual mastermind is going to be much smaller, and it's going to, you know, people are going to have a lot more of my personal attention, but it's still going to be a group environment.
Right.
And so I'm still getting clear on what we're going to offer at those 3 levels of membership and what's going to differentiate them and make it so awesome to go from step to step to step. So I don't have that all fully mapped yet.
Okay.
And so but for now, we don't really need to worry about the other levels. Okay. Right now it's just the free level 1 or phase 1, and then the low cost paid level is phase 2. Like what would be like so valuable to you, so helpful, so awesome? Like if that was there, you would totally join.
Yeah, I mean, what comes to my mind is, okay, so you're talking about the upper levels above that having more group coaching. What if you gave them a little bit of group coaching, like once a month or something, just to give them a taste of what that might be like, that they'll get more of at a higher level?
So one way of doing that that I am planning to integrate into this model is, let's call it the mastermind level.
Yep.
Also, here's a differentiator that we might cook into this, is that there's marketing coaching and then there's mindset coaching, and they are related. But like if I'm doing a group hypnosis session with people, like people's eyes are closed for 20 minutes and they're chilling. You know what I mean?
Right.
Versus if I'm doing a marketing training, I'm like, okay, listen, pay attention. This is the 17 steps we're going to follow in order to create an amazing webinar. Pay close attention and fill in the blanks. Here we go, guys. You know, and that's also different than a work party.
Right.
A work party is the time to get the work done. Marketing class is where you learn something, and a hypnosis session is where you kind of relax, open up, and download, you know? And so those are 3 radically different types of meetings I can have with people or as groups. So what there is there's pre-recorded courses that are just like me staring at the camera, recording myself talking for 10 minutes and then stopping it and then recording the next chapter. And that's how most courses are made. Usually you have higher quality video than Zoom normally pops out, blah, blah, blah. Then there's group coaching on Zoom, where we're doing a Zoom call and I have anywhere from a dozen to 100, whatever. I mean, it could be more, but like a dozen to 100 students who all paid to be there. And we're there live, but we're also recording it. And of course, after either the educational piece or the mindset hypnosis piece, there's an opportunity to do Q&A, where people can ask their individual questions as it relates to them as individuals. So you can take the entire recording of that for the mastermind, for example, or the live group coaching group, and then you can make that available in the library, in the archive down at the lower level. So that way, people are paying to be there live, and they're paying for the ability to ask individualized questions,
right,
at the higher level, like at the either the mastermind level or the group coaching level. And then one option is to then take those recordings and move them down into a level lower, and that way you can expose people. You give people all the information, but if
not access to the live calls,
not access to the live calls.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Yep.
So we can, so I guess that's 4 different types of calls technically that we can do, is a marketing call, a hypnosis call, a work party, and a Q&A. Though just having Q&A calls that are open-ended usually end up being frustrating for everyone, because most of the time it's like pulling teeth trying to get people to ask questions.
Okay.
And then when it's not, you get that one obnoxious person that like takes up all the airtime and nobody wants to listen
Totally.
to them talk, but they just don't stop, you know?
Yep. Yep.
So I mean, if you have a big audience, you can do a Q&A, or you can do an Ask Me Anything, and it works if you know you're going to have a ton of people there.
Mhm.
But I find that it's better to do a Q&A after they learn something, and then they come up with objections on why it can't work for them, or they need more clarity on how it could work for them.
Right, and it's
Or that,
relevant to the training they just went through.
yeah, it's like, how the
Yeah.
hell can I sell more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with viral marketing, Tellman? Really? Come on.
Right.
Like, what the heck? You know? Or whatever.
Yep.
And so there's a course that I created that I have on my bookshelf in the next room with Mark Joyner, called the Viral Marketing Chemistry Set.
Okay.
That's also a CD set that we can open
Nice.
as a bonus. That the concepts are all relevant. The way you apply it is old and outdated, and the websites we talked about don't exist anymore. But like, the concepts are rock solid, right?
Mhm.
So, but like, yeah, just throw all that out, Eric. Just I
Okay.
want to talk to you about you. I don't want to talk about get shit done and all the different ways I could do this or that. We're just talking about free level, paid level. That's all we're talking about. And I'm asking you, as a human being, as an entrepreneur, like, what would be absurdly beneficial that you would like cut off your hair and sell it on eBay if you had to, in order to like sign up for this thing, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you'd go and do a few extra trips to the blood bank to scrape the money together. You know,
Right.
like what would be truly supportive and motivating for you to have in that next level, in phase 2?
Right.
Oh, Curtis is here. How's it going, Curtis?
Hey,
Good to see you,
Curtis.
man. And hey, Curtis and anybody else watching. So what we're doing right now is we're planning the future of the Get Shit Done community. By the way, if you haven't joined the Get Shit Done community, then please go join us right here. Don't hesitate. school.com/get-shit-done/about. And you might be asking yourself, well, Tellman, why are you sending us to this long link? And why aren't you just sending us to getshitdone.com? I'll tell you why. Because I've tried to log into getshitdone.com several times in the last couple of weeks, and I keep forgetting what the problem is that I ran into. And this time it was before the show yesterday, and I was trying to get it fixed. And there's a double verification process that GoDaddy instituted when you're forwarding a domain name, and it keeps sending me a 6-digit password, and then it rejects the password when I enter it. So I need to call GoDaddy and have a conversation with their robots, apparently, in order to get this straightened out. In the meantime, the only way you can join our Get Shit Done community is by going to school.com/get-shit-done/about. You can get a 7-day free trial. You get the Get Shit Done session. You get the Get Shit Done system. You will get the Get Shit Done 101 course. You're going to get the Overcome Procrastination session. You're going to get the 10K per month session, and you're going to get a whole bunch of awesome things as you level up through the 9 levels of Get Shit Done. So, and we're planning that out right now. So if you have to go join, first of all. Second of all, we want to hear as an entrepreneur, what would genuinely be more supportive and helpful and worthwhile to you to want to join and then take part in the community. One of the things that we have that I love, and the people that come to it love, are our work parties. And people love the work parties. However, most people in the community have not been to a work party. Why? I don't really know yet. So is it because it's too a few people have signed into work parties, and I was like, hey Bob, hey Matt, hey Susie, turn your camera on. You're here, you're live, and we're here to get work done. And they immediately disappear. And
Oh.
so I think it might be that people are uncommitted to doubling down and getting work done. And it might be like scaring. It's the same reason people sign up to a gym membership and then don't go to the gym, right? It's hard. Like we want to avoid this.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, those of you who are watching, we're building, so we have our existing community, we're building the next level. And so right now in our existing community, you get the weekly work party on Mondays at noon Eastern. You get the Get Shit Done session, you get the Get Shit Done system, you get Overcome Procrastination, you get a 10K per month session, and you're going to get a bunch of other stuff. What I want to know is, what's the next level for you? What's the next level of progress, the next level of support that you would want to upgrade into the next level, closer to the inner circle of Get Shit Done? What would be rad?
Right. So, I mean, besides some sort of group coaching environment, be it probably recordings at that level.
Yep.
And besides that, I think more frequent work parties.
Yeah, more frequent work parties is definitely one of the natural answers. The question is, how many work parties do we have in each level? And is it as simple as adding more work parties in? I don't know if it is, because in the higher, like, you could have 3 work parties a day, 7 days a week.
Yep.
But that's not going to want to make you be in the mastermind level.
No, it's not.
Right? Like, that's overkill. It's just kind of like more of the same.
Exactly.
The other thing about work parties that's cool that I want to do is I want it to be set up so that I'm not the only one who runs work parties. Because we have people in the UK, we have people in Australia who want work parties during their time zones. And you know what the answer is? They become the host.
Exactly.
So you want an improvement, you just became the volunteer. Let's go, right? Like, if you're committed to it, let's do it, right? So this is so a couple of things. First of all, Liz Fuller says good morning. Liz, great to see you.
Good morning, Liz.
And Curtis chimes in with so Curtis is awesome. Curtis and Liz are both in Get Shit Done. And Curtis is in the process of becoming a co-host for the Get Shit Done show, actually. And we had him on a couple of days ago. And he says, coaching till reach goals, then have testimony of results. So, Curtis, I want a clearer understanding of what specifically you would want in the next level that would cause you to upgrade, right? I do understand coaching till reach goals. I have one course that's sweet called the Goal Getting System. And the Goal Getting System uses a combination of education and hypnosis to get you clear on your big, compelling goal, which I call your magic goal. Magic is an acronym. And then it hypnotizes you to go out and get it, to go out and hit your goals. Right? So a series of hypnosis sessions and training to help you set and hit extraordinary goals. And so the testimony of results, I mean, certainly having testimonials, that's okay. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying, Curtis. I think what you're saying is, maybe this is something that happens in one of the levels. Maybe this is something that happens in all of the levels. I think what you're saying is, set a goal. Okay. And we're going to help you reach it. I'm trying to figure out how to do that in the group environment with everybody with totally different goals. Right? Because the thing about Get Shit Done is that one thing I was I'm okay. So there are a couple other pieces to the Get Shit Done pie or puzzle. One is that we're going to have workshops, and they're going to be Get Shit Done workshops, but we're going to have like a Get Shit Done webinar workshop, and then we're going to have like a Get Shit Done community workshop where you launch your community in 3 hours, and then we'll get like a Get Shit Done welcome. Like I created one course once called the Welcome Sequence Workshop, where you wrote your email welcome sequence in 3 hours from scratch. So it's like basically a workshop, Get Shit Done style, but it's to do something specific that it seems like a lot of members of our community want. So that's like it's a challenge, it's a sprint, it's a push. So those will be probably low cost, like $37 to attend, or something under $100, I would expect, where we can teach individual things. But let's see.
Here's an idea, Tellman. I mean, this is a little bit different than like some of the other suggestions that I've had, but like at the first paid level, why not start unlocking some get shit done swag? Like you get your shit list book, like the little spiral bound book. And like, yeah, there's gonna be some overhead with that, but they're also paying. So it's like it could be a little bit enticing. They get a physical thing.
Yeah. So like, and like whether or not it's feasible, we're brainstorming. Like,
Yeah, it's just
cool.
an
It's
idea,
cool.
right?
It's cool. So like, let's say there was a get shit done mug, and let's say level 2, they get a get shit done mug, and what opens up is a link to a dude.
And you know, there's all these print on demand options these days. You don't have to have a bunch of physical inventory.
I know.
Yeah.
I do know. Yeah. And so it would be a link to where they go and they fill out a form and they put in their address and their contact information. We ship them the mug.
Yep.
But by default, like that's already a paid, it's already a paid group.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, so there's and that also could be something that happens at level 9
It could be
of each
right.
one of the 5 phases.
Yeah.
Like at the on level 9 free community, maybe you get a get shit done poster or something, right? That like shows you a picture of the get shit done universe, like a roadmap kind of a thing.
Exactly.
And then maybe on phase 2 you get the mug, and maybe on phase 3 you get like the t-shirt, and on phase 4 you get like, I don't know, the comforter, the giant down comforter that says "get shit done" on it. Maybe you get a blanket. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that would be really, really awesome. I hadn't like I've been thinking about like getting a e-com store started for Get Shit Done,
Cool.
and doing all of that anyway, but I hadn't considered unlocking swag at stages. So
Yep.
that's a really good idea. Like, okay, so it's, yeah, this is different than what I was gunning for, but like it's a cool piece to the puzzle for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Liz, you guys are giving me some really like, keep sharing, everyone. Like anyone that's watching, please share in the comments what you would add to our higher levels. So currently what I'm currently planning is we're going to have the free level, the free get shit done. Right now we have one get shit done community, and right now it's paid, okay? And so and it's the link down there. So if you want to join and you haven't yet, and you're an entrepreneur and you want to get more shit done, come join us. It's awesome. But our intention is to win the school games. And so I've been studying school deeply, and I've been looking at what different people have done to win the school games in the past. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I want to do more research, but I don't really like doing research that much. So I'm just kind of jumping in and playing the schematics. I don't know that this is the final thing. This is the clearest that I have on it right now, right? This is the working model. But the working model is that I think we're going to have 5 phases of get shit done that people go through, that entrepreneurs go through. And what I was working on with ChatGPT was taking those 5 phases and making them a hero's journey story arc,
Mm,
and then making each one of the 9 level sequences within each phase its own hero's journey story arc.
nice.
Getting all hero's journey meta. And free level will probably be the biggest level, and it will allow people to invite their friends, their family, their colleagues, their coworkers in as get shit done accountability buddies and partners and teams with no cost. So that's one thing that was happening when it was free that immediately stopped happening when we started doing paid, is that people weren't nearly as excited to pitch a free trial to a friend as they were a free group. Right. So
Totally.
that was informative. Not surprisingly, looking back on it, informative. So we're gonna have the free level at the bottom, and then the next level we're gonna have, I think, is gonna be under $100 a month, but it's probably gonna be $49 a month. I'm trying to make that significantly better, and so and maybe that is like more work parties. Maybe it's that simple,
It could be.
because the levels, by the way, get shit done, get more shit done is level 2 or phase 2, get even more shit done is phase 3, get all the shit done is phase 4,
Right.
and you're the shit is phase 5. And that's the return home with the elixir. That's coming back with the magic powers. You are now the shit, and it's now you need to share what you've learned with the tribe, right? And that's when you become a private client, and like we just take it to the next level, right? And so so there's some really good stuff here. So anyway, for those of you just tuning in, we're filling in the blanks and trying to figure out what members of our community want in these levels, right? What would be the most beneficial to them so there's a free level, very vibrant, lots of activity, lots of support, certainly one work party a week, some 9 different awesome unlocks along the way, and an introduction into phase 2. Okay. And phase 2 is get more shit done. And the question is, what makes it worth moving from the free community to the paid community? That is like a no-brainer. Of course, I'm going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So more work parties. Awesome. Liz, you came in a little bit late. We're absolutely adding hypnosis as well as marketing courses as upgrades. That we mentioned that a little bit earlier. Curtis says the get shit done, I think he maybe means journaling book. So like a get shit done journal, right, would be another great example of swag in addition to like your shit list, right? Yep. Maybe a get shit done pen, right? Like get shit done like Beats full ear headphones. Okay, and then Liz says, what about using techniques like mental movies in some sessions? Exactly. Well, I definitely have hypnosis sessions that do that. So that's a good idea. Let me see. Liz, you said something I can't quite understand. Badges for each level. Yeah, I don't know that. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, that is.
What do you mean when you say badges, right? Is that something that school can do? Are you saying a digital badge?
Could be a virtual one, yeah.
Or are you actually saying a physical badge? Because what just popped into my mind is I was in Boy Scouts when I was a kid, and honestly, like, even though it was like very militant and like there are a lot of rules, and I don't do well with rules generally speaking. Like, I learned outdoor survival skills. I learned how to winter camp in Boy Scouts. Like, it was awesome. Like I had a really, like, I learned how to get like much tougher. while I was in Boy Scouts. And one of the things that they had to do was earn merit badges, which are these little circular patches that you would then sew on your sash. And maybe like, and those, I'm sure you can do print on demand or whatever I would expect with little circular patches. So wouldn't it be cool if we sent them in the mail a patch every time they either ascended to another level or ascended to another phase?
Totally. Yeah,
right?
I like
And
that.
like gave them some sort of a physical relic from a digital universe. So like a collectible.
Right.
That's interesting. Okay, so digital badges, part of the profile in school. All right, yeah. I mean, I guess I haven't really played around with that too much, so I'll check it out, Curtis. Thank you. Great. So yeah, so badges are cool. I'll take a look at the badges, and we're going to be giving people marketing courses. We're going to be giving people we're going to be giving our members hypnosis, recorded hypnosis sessions, both stuff I've made in the past and stuff I can create, for this purpose. We're going to be giving people at various stages throughout the various, again, there are 45 unlocks over the course of 5 phases. And so we're going to be giving people invitations for, again, to be on the Get Shit Done show, to host work parties, to get involved. So if we have one work party per week in the free community, how many work parties per week should we have in the first tier of paid membership?
Right. I mean, if there's going to be progressively more at each level,
right,
you might not want to give them 7 at the first level of paid membership, right?
Might not want to give them 7 what?
Work parties.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, maybe like
but I bet just
3
adding on
week
work parties isn't necessarily the thing.
Right.
On the other hand, one thing I do want to do is I want to encourage our members to host work parties. And I would love it if they host them on the platform, but you don't have to, And so I think what's going to happen is like one of the people that are getting invitations to like co-host and do work parties and all that kind of stuff are the top 10 on the leaderboard. Right? Like, just so everybody knows, if you want like immediate access to do more stuff and you want to get more involved, get top 10 on the leaderboard. Like, that's the quickest, easiest, and fastest way to show me that you're like part of the community and that you're actually going to do some effort, put some effort in. If you're not going to do that, like, sorry. Like, I got much more motivated people who are like want to be involved. So if you want to be involved, like that's what you do. Okay, so let's say we have the $49 a month membership, and there are 3 work parties per week.
Yeah.
Again, I do want to be able to expand like in my mind, I'm trying to have Get Shit Done be kind of like a gym that's open 24 hours, right? Except you pay to get access to higher level stuff. Okay, like maybe you pay for access to the infrared, or you're paying for access to a private coach. Okay, well, actually, let me think about that for a second. Highest level at a gym would be the private coach.
Yep.
Okay. Second would be group coaching.
Yep.
Third would be
recorded
group coaching.
Or maybe less group coaching and then recordings of group coaching.
And maybe I need to take out one of these phases.
It's possible.
Maybe I'm trying to add too many too soon.
Could be.
You know, if I just cut out one of the phases and had 4 instead of 5,
Yep.
maybe that would make the distinction much clearer.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, you know what? We've been talking for an hour, and you guys have given some really good feedback today. So thank you, everyone. We were going to talk about, what were we going to talk about? You wanted to talk about, like, it sounded like it sounded like you actually wanted to talk about community versus isolation is kind of what it sounded like you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, right. I mean, and that ties into the get shit done community too. Just like the difference between just running solo in your business, in your life. I mean, as an entrepreneur working on your phone or computer or whatnot, it can be isolating. And like aside from just the isolation, just like not having the support, guidance, I don't know, just sort of the mastermind of having a group of people that come together to work on stuff, work on goals, talk about goals, work towards their success. Having that level of like community
Right.
makes such a huge difference. And there's like, you can create, you know, your own momentum, but when there's group momentum, it's like when you think of, like, I grew up out east where there's the migration of Canadian geese, right? And there's they fly in formation, and the reason for that is the ones that fly each behind each other, they're riding the draft from the bird in front of them, and it creates less effort
Right.
for them to maintain that flight pattern. And it's kind of the same in a community where there's people working together and they're creating that group momentum. We can ride in each other's draft and work towards collective goals, individual goals, and have that level of group momentum and accountability.
You know, that's a huge piece to the puzzle. And
Yep.
I think that so what I've seen is that as times have changed, technology has changed, the internet has changed, like everybody is in short attention span theater these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what is most popular for the social media that we're consuming, it's short form video, 30-second video clips. All right. It's like ding, 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 ding. You know, it's just super fast.
Yep.
And so getting anyone to actually be like settled and committed and there and present and focused for any period of time is harder now than it's ever been.
Oh,
And
it is. Yeah.
and that's like a challenge for both people who have short attention spans because they can't get anything done because they're not actually committed to anything in the long term. It's also a problem for like businesses who are actually trying to generate customers or trying to get long-term committed clients and customers, like when everybody's all like flitting around from thing to thing to thing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe that I still firmly believe that the money is in the list and that building your list is your number one priority. However, I don't believe that building your email list is now the number one priority. I think that's a secondary priority. And I believe that if you can plug in and utilize some sort of a community-driven tool that has better communication functionality than email, than SMS, then that's an amazing thing. And school is one of those platforms. And so that's
Right.
why we started Get Shit Done on School, was because we wanted to tap into the enhanced interaction, communication, and ultimately attention holding capabilities of a community.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am encouraging my students in Get Shit Done to start a community, whether they're starting it to build an audience for a new business or whether they're starting it to build an audience with or for an existing business. it opens up an enormous channel of communication between you and your people when you do this.
Right.
And so, and you've done this, and if you didn't start a school group yet, but you did start a Facebook group.
I did,
called the Pure Path to Prosperity since you joined the Get Shit Done community.
Exactly.
So,
right.
You're eating your own dog food, or maybe eating my dog food. I don't know whose dog food you're eating, but like, you start your own. So like, how many members are you up to, and why should people join?
Last I checked, as of last evening, I think it was up to 280 something people in the Facebook group I just created, which is called the Pure Path to Prosperity. Why should you join the Pure Path to Prosperity?
Wait, hold on. Is it the Pure Path or just Pure Path?
Just Pure Path. Okay. Yeah, Pure Path to Prosperity. And yeah, you can find that on Facebook. And inside the group, we're going to be talking about mindset hacks. We're going to be talking about basically just how to overcome your financial hurdles of, like, if you're struggling in life, what you've been doing for the past several years that maybe was keeping you afloat is no longer keeping you afloat. Right. And you want to regain control of your time. You want to have location freedom, financial abundance. I'm working with an incredible vehicle, working with these water ionizers that produce incredibly health beneficial water. It's good for the planet by reducing plastic waste. It's an incredible product. It's an incredible opportunity. It's like a high ticket network marketing type thing where we're working together as a community. There's lots of support and training available, and you can learn more about it inside Pure Path to Prosperity.
Dude, I just had the funniest picture in my mind. I was imagining you doing videos.
Yeah.
Like funny videos.
Yeah.
For what? Because you're talking about Pure Path to Prosperity, and you're talking about the water ionizers, and you're like, "Come join my group." And I was thinking about the ice bucket challenge for a second from a few years back, and then I was just thinking about like weird, funny, viral videos that go viral on the various socials, and I was imagining like you're in the middle of talking, and all of a sudden, like water's pouring all over your head, and like your girlfriend that has the water ionizer opened above your head to like mess with you during the video. Right. And then I was imagining you like, for whatever reason, like a dance class, like learning how to waltz, except you're waltzing like with the water ionizer. Right? But just like bring it, like maybe attach a handle to it or something, and bring it wherever it like, and maybe get a solar panel so you can run it or something.
Yeah.
Because you plug it in, right?
Yeah, it plugs in. Yep.
Yeah, it's not. Is there a portable one?
There's not. I mean, people travel with them, but yeah, you have to set it up everywhere you go. It's pretty simple, but yeah, you do have to plug it in.
Well, it would be pretty hilarious if you did some viral videos like that, just where you were doing things with the water ionizer that is not at all normal.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, just bring, like, it's like that pattern interrupt of just like, what the heck's that?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But also inside the group. So yeah, we're going to be talking about this vehicle that we're using to get the results that you want in your life, but then also just how to get out of your own way. Something I've noticed is a lot of people get stuck. They'll get started and then they don't know what to do. So I'm going to be supporting you on the most common blockages, like how do you make your first sale? And a lot of that is like mindset stuff. A lot of people get stuck in your head. You get stuck in your head about it, and you lack confidence. You don't know what actions to take. You're not willing to take the actions. I'm going to be helping you work through all that stuff inside Pure Path to Prosperity.
Dude, that sounds so awesome. So many people that I talk to who are stuck at start.
Yep.
Have this habit that they picked up, I think, in public school.
Okay.
And haven't been able to break free from, because often these are people that first did this in public school and then went on to work somewhere for 30, 40 years, 30 years usually, right?
Yeah.
Often in the same job, and they're now retired and trying to launch a business, but it ain't working. And here's the problem that I've seen over and over and over again with my clients, with some of my clients, which is they go through the educational material. And first of all, most people never reach it to the end. So there's the first problem, is that most people that start a course never get to the end because they drop off once they're not interested anymore. And they're just like, no. It's taking forever to go through the course. They're not getting any results because they're not doing anything because they're going through the course. And the reason they're going through the course till the end is so that then when they do it, that they do it right. And that they make the right choices. That they choose the right business, and within the right business that they choose the right niche, and within the right niche that they choose the right products, and that they put it up so that they can make some passive income. Because if they just do it right, they're going to make passive income. Totally not. So that's the problem. The problem is that, like, by the time you're done going through that course, like, A, the world's changed. B, you have no expertise. All you have is a little bit of knowledge. And with a little bit of knowledge about, like, how to do a 3-point shot, you're probably not going to do a 3-point shot if you've never spent any time on the court. Okay. And no matter how much knowledge you have, and, like, it's an experiential game, and the rules change in front of you while you're playing, because there are no rules, actually. Right? Like, there are some kind of laws of marketing that are true most of the time, but sometimes they're not true, you know? And so anyway, what happens is people get stuck thinking that if they go through the course and they learn it correctly, and then they apply it correctly, that they're going to succeed. But they don't really have full commitment to succeeding no matter what. Whether or not they, they want to get an A, but they don't have they haven't made the choice that they're going to keep trying until they get an A. And when they don't get an A on their first try, then they get defeated, and then they get curl up into their shell for 6 months to a year, and then they come out again when they get desperate, and repeat the cycle. And so, and this is definitely people in the money mindset world. This is definitely people in the internet marketing world. This is definitely people in the network marketing world, right? And so, get, like, to the best of your ability, dude, get people to take an action that they're afraid to take, that they have anxiety around. Just get them to do it. Like we did. I held some people's feet to the fire in the work party the other day, and I kind of enjoy it. Like, honestly, I really like watching people squirm when I confront them by, like, doing the thing that they're clearly avoiding doing. You know? And I'm like, okay, you're going to get it done in the next 45 minutes. And they're like, right. But, like, it's perfect, Right.
I mean, a big one that comes immediately to mind that most people are very resistant to doing, that we all have access to, is live streaming. It's one of the most effective ways that we can authentically connect with the people, like the people in our community.
That's right.
And most people are terrified of it.
Yeah, it's classic fear of public speaking, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And yet, getting good at talking about what you're working on, what you're building, what you're working toward, what you're creating right now, so the original title of this whole episode was, what do you want to get great at? And I guess we'll end with that, which is, look, if you're already hyper skilled as an entrepreneur, if you absolutely know what you're doing, then you probably don't need me to, like, pat you on the back and get you motivated so that you can turn your camera on and live stream. You're probably already live streaming whenever you feel like it, right? That's cool. But for everybody else, Like, I'm thinking about one client in particular that I spoke with recently. I won't name any names, but like, you're trying to choose your niche, you're trying to choose your market. My suggestion is like, choose the one that you're committed to the most, because it's going to be hard and it's not going to work at first. And it's going to take 10 times longer than you think it is. It's going to cost 10 times more money than you think it will. There'll be a much smaller financial payoff than you're expecting in the amount of time you're expecting it in. And if you don't love it, and if you don't love developing the skills that you need to develop in order to get better at it, you're not going to follow through anyway. So you need, if you're starting a new business and you don't know what you're doing, or you're trying to grow your business and you don't know what you're doing, meaning like you don't have a rock solid game plan that you're 100% in alignment with and you know is going to work, like still it might not work, right? Like,
Right.
if you're unclear, then my recommendation is go into a market or a business that you have a lifelong passion for. If I had to stop everything that I was doing today with hypnosis, marketing, even anything internet related, like, I would start a hot sauce business probably.
Right. I
I
can see
would,
that.
I could teach people how to play didgeridoo, I might become a running coach, right? And like, I could do all of those things and be pretty happy because they're all things
Totally.
that I do anyway. They're all things that I love anyway. And so, um, the trick is, this is the Get Shit Done show. And the trick is to get the shit done, whether you feel like it or not. And if you enjoy doing the work and you are committing to getting better at something every day, then you're good, because even when it sucks, you're getting better and you know it.
Exactly.
So like, with Get Shit Done, one of the biggest challenges that I've had is people are getting shit done, but they're not focused on skill development. And so, like, Eric,
Yep.
it's 2025. If you could only improve, obviously you can improve more than one, but this year, if you had to double down and really focus on improving either something you're bad at or something you're good at, but you'd like to get great at, but you had to choose one skill to really double down on improving and focusing that would grow your business this year, what do you think it would be? What would be the one skill?
Communication, speaking, and my confidence with that, just ability to communicate effectively. And
How would you know if you're communicating effectively?
I'm able to convey my thoughts and emotion through my words in a way that the people I'm speaking to fully receive it and understand what I'm talking about in a really high level.
Cool. I'm going to push back on you a little bit.
Okay.
For a reason.
Yep.
Which is, that's great, but still totally not measurable. So here's a version of what you're saying that is measurable. It's not the only version.
Okay.
But communication, yeah, I agree. Improving your communication would go a long way. It'd be awesome, right? There are a lot of different ways you could do that. I think saying communication is too vague. You could say, I want to become a super dynamic live streamer. Like, I want to go from like amateur hour to YouTuber, right? That's one thing.
Right.
You could also say, I want to improve my high ticket sales.
Okay.
I want to learn how to sell like a mofo. Like, I'm going to get good at this. I'm going to read 20 books on the topic. I'm going to go through every home study course I can join. I'm going to spend as much money as I can on coaching programs in order to maximize my high ticket sales ability. Not the same as becoming a killer YouTuber, but both
Right.
are examples of improving your communication. They're two different skills, though. Another one, again, you could say, I'm going to become an astonishing platform speaker who speaks and sells from stage. 1
Okay.
minute.
Right.
I'm gonna do it. It's obviously not for everybody, right? May very well not be for you. I don't know, but like, or you could also say, I am going to become a webinar ninja. I'm going to learn how to do webinars. Like, I'm going to 100x my ability to do a webinar that sells.
Mm-hmm.
All of those are examples of improving your communication that would directly focus you on growing your business.
Right. Yeah, I guess when I say focus on my communication, I'm thinking about all those sub
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that
So
those
what
would
I'm
spill
saying
into,
is be
like
more specific.
getting more on the ball with my sales calls, for instance. It needs communication. Doing my webinars, better communication. Doing live streams more effectively, communication. So yeah, I just see like this umbrella of like improving my communication skills,
Good.
branching out into
So,
all those different
yeah,
areas and outside of my business too, my relationships and all of that.
right. But here's what I'm saying, dude. Yes, that's cool. Do that.
Yep.
Right. But for the purpose of getting good at something, be more specific. Okay. For example, you're saying, I want to get in better shape.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, why don't we get you the fastest you've ever been at running a 5K? Or whatever.
Yep.
You know, like maybe you're going to get into playing, like maybe you're going to master pickleball this year. Whatever. Like, I mean, yeah. But like choosing pickleball mastery, you can play pickleball 3 times a week for the rest of the year, and you will be a badass pickleball player in comparison to most people by the end of the year, right?
Okay.
Whereas if you say, I want to get in better shape, you could do something different every week and you'd be in better shape, but it wouldn't really make a difference.
Right.
Right. So like, of the subsets of communication, what's the one thing that would make the single, that you can see and feel that would make the single biggest difference, specific skill in growing your business this year? Like what would be the most important thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it when you said high ticket sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of great training out there, both in the network marketing world and in the direct response internet marketing world that teaches high ticket sales these days.
Right.
Right. So remind me, the rapid selling system. Remind me to circle back with you on that offline.
Okay.
Yeah. Or when we're not live streaming. Yep.
Remind me what it's called. Kevin
Nation's rapid selling system.
Rapid selling system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. So guys, the reason for this exercise here, and Eric, I'm glad you went a little bit vague with your communication answer, because that's what most people have a tendency to do, because they don't want to be pinned down. Okay. It's a way of avoiding commitment, right? Being more vague is a way of avoiding commitment. And so,
well, I mean, for me, the first thing that came to mind is like taking speaking courses, which would improve my communication. And that's something that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't continue to explore all the communication stuff, but like, if you really want to make a difference, focus on high ticket sales for a year. So that you can,
I like that.
Close half the people you talk to consistently. Like,
I like that.
Like, you will immediately make more money. And even if your own business tanks, if you're great at high ticket sales, you can walk in anywhere you want, as long as you believe in the product or service, and like immediately be one of the highest paying employees on their team.
Totally.
You know? And if you're getting better at high ticket sales, and we do high ticket sales with Get Shit Done, you'll get some practice. You know, so like, that's a little bit self-serving, but still, it's like it's a great example. So So guys, those of you who are watching, what is the one skill? Type it into the comments. What is the one skill that you are going to double down on improving this year that will dramatically grow your business and your ability to make money? Okay, what do you see that if you focus on this one, on getting really good at this one thing, it can be something you're bad at that you want to get better at, or it can be something that you're already pretty good at that you want to get great at. Both have value, depends on the nature, but like I want you to have a direct link to money. Okay, don't do the indirect link. We want it to be super clear. Okay, we don't want open-ended vagueness like communication. We want specific. You want to be able to go to like Udemy and type this in and find a course that will teach you how to do this, that will also make you more money in the process, right? And so this, again, we're entrepreneurs and we're focused on growing our businesses, making them more profitable, right? Like this is how we measure the success. That's not the success, but it's the measuring stick. And so what's the single most important skill that would be the most important, that would really move the needle? And Liz apparently likes my idea of pouring water on your head during during your videos. She says Eric could absolutely pull off a serious comedic effort. So like at the same time, like speaking of communication, right? Getting good at stand-up comedy or improv is something many of my colleagues have taken courses on and done. I haven't. I probably should. It is a way of improving communication.
Sure.
And I'm sure it would bring a sense of joy and happiness and fulfillment. I'm not sure that it's a direct path. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone and my computer on silent mode here during our live stream. Apologies. Yeah, when I would highly so you could get good at improv, you could get good at stand up, and you could call that I'm improving my communication to make more money, but it's kind of bullshit. Also, like it would be a good supportive skill, and you might be able to figure out how to be funny and make more money. Some people have done that. Harmon Brothers, for example, have a whole course on make your ads funny, So it's not like it can't be done, but it's a little bit of a reach, unless like if you took the Harmon Brothers course called Make Your Ads Funny, that is how to make ads that sell, that are hilarious. And if your goal is to get better at creating engaging ads, either for the job that you have or for your business, then that, and you're focused on mastering Facebook ads this year or mastering YouTube ads this year, then going through a course like that would be in alignment, right?
Right.
So yeah. So those of you who are watching, especially Liz and Curtis, guys, what is the skill that you're focused on doubling down on and getting really, really, really good at this year? I'm putting you on the spot here. So when you do this and you focus on education and execution on a daily basis as part of your daily routine, what ends up happening, and that could be some of your get shit done time, right? Like you could do work parties around the education and execution piece and integrate those into your day. That's how you get good. Okay. And practice doing that skill. So if you want to get good at webinars, do a webinar every week. Okay. Like you want to get good at high ticket sales. Let's double down on getting some calls booked and going through some programs. Like, let's really focus on it. Right. So like Eric, if you want to get really good at high ticket sales, step one, we need to get more calls booked. So,
right.
In my opinion, what that means is you need to build a better call booking funnel than what you've got right now. Cause because your calendar's not completely booked right now. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. The other thing that I would do, dude, is if you mentioned that you have several people that you know in the biz who you have seen start Facebook groups of their own before you,
Yep.
and are able to use those Facebook groups for prospecting and lead gen.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to those people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe many of them are Swedish, and I would ask
Correct.
them
Mm-hmm.
what specifically, like, what's their process by which they invite people into their group and message them. Like, how do they actually go through the call booking process? And then, like, have them treat you like a brand new member on the group, and like look at what they do in order to bring you through the sales process. Like,
Okay.
ask
I'll do
them
that.
to tell you, so that you can turn your messenger efforts into booked calls. Because with 200 or 300 brand new people in a Facebook group, dude, you should have like 40 booked calls by now.
Right. Okay.
Right. Like, and I'm saying that realizing that I have even more new people in a Facebook group than you do, and I don't have any book calls from it either, because I didn't set up the process.
Okay.
So, because like I just launched the community, I don't have a get shit done call booking system. So that's something that we can both do independently. I would happily advise you on, but like that's a piece that's missing. Like we need to get you a good call booking system pronto.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So, all right, dude, we've been going for an hour and a half. I think we should wrap this up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Guys, if you haven't joined Eric's Pure Path to Prosperity, then you absolutely should do that. And if you're not already a member of our Get Shit Done community, go on over to school.com/get-shit-done/about. Join Get Shit Done. We train entrepreneurs to get shit done every single day. It's time. So we'd love to have you if you want to dramatically increase your productivity and be part of a community that focuses on getting shit done. Because
that's it. Yeah.
You know what time it is?
It's time to get shit done.
It's time to get shit done. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, thank you.
Toodles, everybody. Thanks for all the comments today. Really appreciate everybody's feedback.
Yeah.
Super good. Super good.